Ready?
And let's roll, yes.
Okay, this video offended some feminazi fucking cunt at an artist group. So, or the spoken words, I mean. So, okay. I saw a video from Alex which talks about 10 things that rich people do that poor people don't do. And I agree with some of it, while I think a lot of it is a bunch of bullshit. So let's get started with number one, which is poor people like to spend a lot of time watching television. Speaking of which, you know, the country music awards.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you weren't watching that shit. Maybe he'd be rich. Anyway, most of what is on television is a complete bunch of total fucking bullshit. And it is a big fucking waste of time watching all that fucking garbage. The country music awards is a bunch of fucking garbage. A lot of people like to read and watch celebrity gossip. Well, I think that most celebrities are scum, so fuck them. People who have nothing better to do with their lives than follow celebrity gossip should be sent to Guantanamo Bay to be tortured. But they also said that people who are interested in watching Big Bang Theory are responsible for being poor. Well, I like watching Big Bang Theory, especially because Sheldon has Asperger's, and I really enjoy hearing the shit that comes flying out of his mouth, and I still never got to see the episode which was about Sheldon keeping logs of his bowel movements. Number two, poor people eat a lot of fast food. Well, most poor people are pieces of trash, so of course they are going to eat a lot of fast food. They should eat at all-you-can-eat buffets instead. Number three, poor people buy only things that are on sale. Go take a flying fuck and fuck yourself. And they said that poor people should invest their money in the stock market. Sure, so when it crashes, you lose everything. The stock market is more than a scam, and not only that, it's a complete load of fucking bullshit. I've kind of modified my view on that since I wrote this, but you've got to be careful and know what you're doing. As you can tell, I strongly disagree with number three. Well, not as much as I used to, so things are modified on since that one. Number four, poor people like to stay up all night and sleep during the day. Well, go take a flying fuck and fuck off. What a load of fucking bullshit, and they associate waking up late to laziness, which is a complete load of fucking bullshit. What is important is to get enough sleep so you are well rested to get things done that you need to get done. Number five, poor people are really into sports. Now, I agree with this. Most people who have nothing better to do with their lives than watch the football game, and then that's all they talk about. With their coworkers are a bunch of weak-minded, stupid fucking assholes. And oh God, this is before my opinion of Noam Chomsky crashed because he turned out to be a fucking asshole for supporting vaccine mandates and all this other shit. That's not the only thing. Oh my God, things have changed since I wrote this in some ways. But what Noam Chomsky did bring up is how the government and corporations who own and control them do use sports as a major distraction. So he's right about that. And so the weak-minded, stupid apes are unaware of the real shit that is going on. Number six, poor people don't shower as much as rich people do. Well, how about Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Ozzy Osbourne? They are rich. Do you really think that after spending an entire night of shooting heroin in their veins and sniffing blow that they're going to rush off and take a shower? Ozzy Osbourne has a lot of money, and I'm willing to bet that he smells a lot like a corpse. Actually, I think Ozzy Osbourne is a corpse. Furthermore, when people date someone, they are expected to take a shower just before they fuck because they want them to be clean. Not always. Well, I think that people should take a shower after they fuck, because when I get lucky enough to find someone to fuck, it turns me on thinking about them when they stink. But only if they are good looking. But as soon as the thick white stuff squirts out of my penis, I expect them to take a shower because I'm no longer in the mood to smell their stench. I bet that very few of you have ever heard of the true meaning of the word olfactophilia. Well, most people haven't heard the meaning of that word. It means being sexually attracted to someone who hasn't bathed in a while. Anyone who's attracted to Gigi Ellen. There is a forum in Yahoo groups for people who have olfactophilia, and this one guy mentions that he really enjoys it when he gets a good whiff of his wife's unclean, unwashed butt.
Oh, damn, that's nasty.
I won't forget this foot fetish video that I watched when this person who I found to be sexy was talking about what a long day they had working out, and they were taking off their shoes, and they were talking about how stinky and smelly their feet were, and this person actually sniffed their own socks. Then they kept talking about how stinking and smelly their feet were, and they kept asking people to stink their Then they kept talking about how stinky and smelly their feet were, and they were asking people to sniff their stinky, smelly toes, and they asked people to take their tongue and lick their stinky, smelly toes. Watching that video caused me to get a stiffy. I often think about that foot fetish video and that sexy person with their stinky, smelly feet when I beat off. I saw another foot fetish video that was also a bondage video when this person tied up this ugly fat man, and this person was waving their stinky, smelly feet in his face, and they were rubbing their stinky, smelly feet in his face, and this person made him lick their stinky, smelly shoes with his tongue. The video concludes with this person rubbing this guy's penis with their stinky, smelly feet, and this guy made some interesting moaning sounds while he was shooting his load. But that did not turn me on because he was an ugly fat man. Whenever I beat off, I often fantasize about what it's like for someone to have skid marks and shit stains on their underpants, but only if they are attractive. And have you ever noticed that a lot of attractive people are stuck up and they act like their shit don't stink? So it really turns me on when I find out that it does. Well, I haven't gotten laid in such a long time, so this is why I think about things like that when I beat off. Well, I'm supposed to talk about 10 things that rich people do that poor people don't do, so let's go on. So I got way off onto a tangent. Number 7. Poor people blame others for their misfortunes. I blame others for my misfortunes because most people in this world are fucking assholes. Number 8. Poor people have no money saved. Well, it helps when poor people buy things that are on sale, but they said that they shouldn't. When people buy things that are on sale, they will at least have some money saved. Most poor people are pieces of trash except me. I know a lot of people who are collecting disability and they have to piss away every fucking penny of it on a bunch of fucking garbage that they don't fucking need, and then they piss and moan about how broke they are because they are a bunch of retarded, stupid fucking apes. There have been people who have won millions of dollars in the lottery and then they end up homeless in less than a year because they pissed away every penny on it on a bunch of meaningless fucking garbage. Stupid, retarded fucking apes. Number 9. Poor people take out money for loans or use credit cards to buy shit that they don't need, which is similar to number 8. Number 10. Poor people have kids before they are financially ready to take care of them. Now that I agree with 100%. There are so many times when I watch the news, they have had so many reports about some fucking imbecile who says, I have 4 kids and I can't feed them and I can't pay my bills. And the mainstream media can never come up with a solution to the problem. Here's a solution. Stop having so many fucking kids. If you can't feed them, then don't breed them. I agree with some of what is mentioned in this video, but the woman in this video sounds like an arrogant fucking cunt who talks down to me in a condescending voice, and I'm sick and tired of people who pull this fucking bullshit. And I believe in the law of attraction, but this has very little to do with the law of attraction. Abraham Hicks does a much better job at speaking the ideas of the law of attraction without the attitude. And here's something that rich people do that poor people don't do. Rich people know how to create good foot fetish videos. There are so many guys who like to jerk off looking at a video of some hot sexy chick talking about her stinky smelly feet, especially when her toes are stinky and smelly, but so few guys are willing to admit that, but they are willing to give them their credit card number so they can watch the foot fetish video and then they get rich. Well, after listening to this and thought-provoking spoken words, and if you can't think of anything that you got out of it listening to it, well, I can think of at least one thing you got out of it. You got to learn what the word olfactophilia means.
Oh, very good.
How much time is left?
It's 9:50. It's like 10 minutes now. Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was way longer.
No, it's not. Yeah. Anyway, one thing I wanted to bring up is poor people do smell. If you've ever walked past like a bunch of homeless people, you just take a deep breath and you'll see I'm right.
Well, that's because they don't have a place to live to take a shower.
Yeah, and they have no pride in themselves either.
But this spoken words offended that feminazi fucking cunt.
What about these spoken words offended her?
Especially talking about foot fetishes and jerking
off, of course.
And things like that, and that's what I kind of remember. And then this other guy there, and everyone's jumping down my throat and being total assholes that day. And this one guy said I don't want to be censored, and he said he tells me I should be censored because he told me I'm sick and tired of hearing that shit from you.
What a bunch of oversensitive snowflakes.
Is the video coming out good?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. I could go on and on about people who are having kids that they can't afford, and if that's not all, they expect the rest of us to take care of their mistakes.
Yeah, breeding is a sick, evil lifestyle.
Yes, it is. Yeah, if I wanted to pay for someone's mistakes, I would have popped brats out of my own twat. Do you see me doing that? No.
How about paying for people's cats? No.
Well, that's a slippery slope.
Paying for their pussies.
Yeah, pussies. Yeah, I guess it's better to pay for a cat pussy than to pay for something that comes out of a woman's stinky pussy.
How much time is left?
It's 12:07.
We got about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, we do. We do. That was a very good spoken word. Mhm.
And it didn't go over very good at that artist group, that's for sure.
Oh, did anyone accuse you of poor shaming? Or any fucking bullshit, or being classist, or some kind of...
They did do some of that shit as well, but I don't remember all the details.
Yeah, sorry, I don't idolize and worship the lazy poor who pop out kids.
They really hated it when this one asshole said he really hated it when I refer to people as pieces of trash.
But if the shoe fits...
He said it's a broad generalization and shit like that.
No, it isn't. It's a true observation. But most people don't have the balls to, to come out and say that. You do. Most people won't shoot from the hip.
Well, there's one person that's poor, and the same person who is that uptight snowflake fucking cunt who has to leave the room when I do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because she can't handle crude sexual humor. She can't handle it when I talk about beating off. But she says she's poor and she's not a piece of trash. Well, I don't know about that, but she's definitely an uptight fucking snowflake fucking cunt.
Well, that alone makes her a piece of trash.
But I think she is. She's that blind girl.
Oh.
Well, no wonder why she didn't want me. No wonder why she went blind. She was masturbating too much.
There you go. Was that the one that took place in that Zoom and she left because she was offended?
Yes.
Oh, brother.
You remember that, don't you?
Yeah, she's an uptight snowflake.
Well, how much time is left now?
It's exactly 14 minutes. We have a few seconds.
You know, any last moment? I always think of the good things to say when the video's over.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah. Well,
what was the funniest part?
Oh, gee, I'm trying to remember. Oh, the stuff with the foot fetishes and stinky, smelly feet. That was pretty funny.
You know, that's what offended those snowflakes the most, especially that feminazi cunt who bragged about kicking or punching a guy in his
throat. Okay, anyway, time to cut the video off.
What the fuck do you call that? Windpipe.
Windpipe. All right, time to cut the video off.